Injuries are piling up this preseason, this offseason, man. Never want to see it. And we're going to give you an update on Justin Simmons, man. Let's talk about it.
Let's go.
Yo, what up, Texans fans? Look, man, obviously, as you can tell by my tone is down today because we get news that we don't want to hear. As fans of a sports team, you never want to hear this news, Omar.
We need to get oh no, we suck again.
Yeah, for sure, man. Look, you rocking with us here on Bull Run Sports, man.
What up, everybody?
Most entertaining YouTube channel on the web. We hitting you with a little quickie update today. Obviously, we want to make this a one-stop shop. All right, we're the most entertaining channel on YouTube when it comes to this Texan stuff, but we're also giving you the relevant news updates and rumors and things, you know, on an up-to-date basis, man. So one-stop shop, y'all kick it with us here. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the season starts. We're almost there. All right,
be a
part of something special. Yeah, be part of the community, guys. We also we'll put a link in the description in the link, man. We'll just mention it real quick. We got some badass merch, man. Badass merch. Awesome Andre Johnson shirt. You know, even if we don't have the image up here, man, check it out. I'll put the link in there. It's the iconic shot of him beating down Cortland Finnegan.
It is right here.
Yeah. You definitely want to have that. Definitely want to have that in your wardrobe, man.
Boom.
Look at that.
There it is, baby.
Look at that. My boy coming through with the quickness, man. So yeah, man. So let's get right to it, man. Injuries are piling up, Omar.
Are we hitting panic button yet? I mean, what do we?
Yes,
we just got finished talking about this.
Yes, it's time, bro. I'm telling you. Look at this, man.
Panic button, bro.
Hell yeah, I'm in the panic button. Look at this, dude. Look at this. So first and foremost, you know, shout out to Aaron Wilson. We always try to shout out our sources of where we're getting this from. But look at all the players that's not practicing, bro. Right. You got Titus Howard out. Before I ramble off the list of names, just a quick mention of the Titus Howard injury, right? People were saying that he got carted off the field at yesterday's practice.
Right.
That was a kind of a misleading report. He did have to go into the blue injury tent to get looked at. Then after practice, because he did return to practice, after practice, he rode in on a golf cart.
On the golf cart, yeah.
On the golf cart, yeah. So
So it wasn't like the dramatic, like
he
got laid out. Off. Yeah. And he had he with the legs stretched out, you know what I mean?
Nah.
With the air cast and all that other crap.
You hear carted off and you automatically jump to this is a major injury. So D'Amico Ryans even stated like Titus is good. Titus was kind of talking shit on Twitter, like, I thought I walked off the field. Yeah. So I think he's good, man. But he didn't practice today. Stephon Diggs didn't practice. Kendrick Green didn't practice. A lot of these. So look, we're gonna get to the players that stand out here. Kamari Lassiter did not practice. Jeff Okudah, Will Anderson, Brevin Jordan, Charlie Heck, Desmond King, Joe Mixon. This is the first time that I've seen a defined injury here, Omar. Joe Mixon listed with the quadricep strain. Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
soft tissues, baby.
Bro, that's what we're gonna get to. Noah Brown, Christian Harris with the hamstring, like you say, you know, the soft tissue. Danico Autry obviously suspended, and Laramie Tunsil always in some type of injury hell.
Let me ask you a question though.
What's up?
Because that's a pretty long list of people, man.
It's a long list, bro.
It's a long list of people, and it's a long list of starters.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Which is why we're like panic button.
Yeah.
But before we go down that path of like supreme panic, right? Is it possible that they're just not practicing? Because the ones that are injured, we already knew were injured, right? Like like
somewhat.
Like Mixon, we already knew he had an issue. Noah Brown, we already knew he had an issue, right? Like,
yeah.
There's a couple of these guys that we already knew that they were injured, right? Lassiter's kind of that's a new one, right? That wasn't something that we already were aware of.
Yeah.
But there was already some guys that we knew were coming in not 100%. So my question is before we push the panic button, are we thinking that there's possibility that they're just, I mean, because they're supposed to play on Friday, right?
Yeah.
Today is Wednesday.
Yep.
And maybe they just didn't practice because they don't really need to practice.
I feel you. You're playing the optimism card. You're playing the optimism card.
I'm playing Look, here's the other thing.
I'm not mad at you.
We're in Houston. It was 102 today.
But remember, they're not in Houston though. They're not practicing in Houston.
Where they at?
They at
that's right. They're in hold on. Where are they?
They in some, I think Cleveland. They somewhere out there, bro. I believe Cleveland. I want to say Cleveland. Or somewhere close out there in Ohio somewhere. But they're not in the H.
Yeah, they're not in Houston.
It was hot as hell. It was.
I was gonna say it's hot as hell. If I was a starter, I wouldn't. But it's in Ohio somewhere.
But that's a good point though, bro. Because look, man, these are soft tissue. Yeah. Okay. I guess they just stayed out there since
they just stayed out there.
Yeah. Bro, I was gonna ask you the same question, Omar. We're no strangers to soft tissue injuries here in the H, bro. I mean, we went through the whole Will Fuller saga, right? That sucked. Arian couldn't stay on the field,
right?
Even through other sports, you know what I'm saying? Like the soft tissue injuries have damned us, bro.
Right?
Is it a climate thing? What the hell is it? Is it something in the water in the H? Is it the climate? It sucks though. So that's part of my reasoning for not being so optimistic, right? And wanting to hit the panic button. Let me show you this. Like I say, some of these guys, yeah, you're absolutely right. We knew that they had some injuries and things like that. But bro, the main guys to me that are standing out on this thing is
Lassiter,
Kamari Lassiter, and Will Anderson,
and our reigning rookie of the year on the defense, our defensive rookie of the year.
Look at what it says. It says neither injury is regarded as a long-term issue, but it says recovering from soft tissue injury. Bruh.
I mean, here's the thing, bro. You get out there, especially, and again, we're talking about Houston Texas Heat, right? I mean, I know they're not there now, right? But
yeah, they have been,
right?
Yeah.
I was just looking up the weather in Canton. I definitely would have stayed too. It's 80-degree, awesome. 72 low, 80-degree high.
Awesome.
With like 30% humidity, which is, I mean, that's probably just the greatest kind of weather you can have.
Yeah, man.
As opposed to the 100 here at 98% humidity, right?
Yeah.
There's something to be said about like dehydration and muscles, soft tissue, things like that. I'm pretty sure. Now, this is you and I talking about this, right?
Yeah.
If you and I go out there and start trying to do some, lumber work and shit, and we'll pull something if we're not properly hydrated.
100%. 100%.
I've done it before. You've done it before. I have a bad back. I got a bad knee. Actually, no, my knees are okay. It's my fucking calf muscle. I have a pulled calf muscle. Anyway,
that's what happens when we old.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah, exactly. And I'm also fat too, so that doesn't really help.
Nah, bro, you good. Don't claim that. I rebuke that statement.
Yeah, I mean, I've packed on a few since the surgery, but that's neither here nor there. I'm back though, baby. I'll say that. I'm getting back in the gym. Actually, I'm lying. I haven't been to the gym, but whatever. If you and I get out there and we're dehydrated and we start doing these big movements and big heavy movements and stuff like that, we're gonna pull something, right?
For sure.
And we're not exerting nowhere near the level of physical activity that these guys are, right? I mean, these guys are out there
right now. They're getting after it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Guys are fighting for roster spots. They're fighting for shine. They're taking off from the line. They're doing full out 30, 40-yard sprints. They're catching balls. They're leaping. They're jumping. They're pushing each other. They're knocking each other down. They're full blown war out there.
Yeah, man.
And it's not uncommon to hurt. To get hurt.
It's not. And like you say, it's me and you talking about this, right?
Right.
Again, you're listening to us right now. We are not medical professionals. Surprise, surprise. I'm sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
When you logged on here and thought, hey, we'll listen to these two doctors on their opinions of how these soft tissue injuries are being sustained. I apologize for misleading you. But no, we're not medical professionals. But bro, I mean, come on now. You put two and two together, right? Like eventually you start to say what is causing these injuries and keeping these guys off the field. Now, I get it. You alluded to it earlier, Omar. DeMeco Ryans has stated that the starters are going to play on Friday against the Pittsburgh Steelers. So as fans, we want to see the starters out there. We want to see kind of a glimpse of what the team is going to look like, how they're going to gel.
Right.
But at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world if some of the starters don't play, and these reports are coming out that they're sitting. It could be a cautionary thing. That's the most optimistic way to look at it, and once the season starts, man, it could be a full go. But because we are Houstonians and we know all too well what these soft injuries can do and how long we got, bro. Yes, major trauma, dude.
So bad.
Major trauma, because there's never a timetable. There's never, and there's no way to predict it. So
no, there isn't.
Hearing about it, just right at a month now until the official season starts. You don't like to hear it at all, and Joe Mixon has been out for what? I mean, he hasn't been a part of a real practice,
right?
You know what I'm saying at this point. And
were you expecting Mixon to be out there on Friday?
No.
Yeah.
But I've been expecting him to be out in practice at some point.
Yeah, for sure.
So, it's just it just sucks, man. It's just like, damn, you don't want to hear it. Like I said the other day, give me a broken leg.
Yeah. Screw that son of a bitch together and let's go, right?
Let's go. Like timetable. There's a timetable for that.
Right. Yeah, that's the tough part, man, about these injuries, dude, is that, like you said, I almost would rather it be like one-time catastrophic. Let's get you in there. Let's get you a cadaver ligament and get you and let's go, brother. Right?
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, but then these soft tissue things, it's like, okay, it hurts today. Is it going to hurt tomorrow? Right?
Yeah, I mean,
like a calf strain or a hamstring strain or a quad tear, and it's like those are the ones that are killer, man. Because like you said, at what point are you fully, back in the mix? Do you? But then, so we're saying all of this, right? And it's absolutely true, right? These soft tissue injuries are the worst. So wouldn't you think that the moment that there is a hint of a soft tissue issue, wouldn't you want to sit that guy no matter what? Especially a guy like Mixon. I keep coming back to this because we know what Mixon is, right? He's 1,000-yard back, right? We know what he is. So why like if I'm personnel, right? I'm saying we know what Mixon is. We know he has this thing, right? This little aggravated thing that we don't want to aggravate any further.
Yeah.
We want him to completely rehab and even over rehab a little bit. Like we're going to be over cautious about this. We don't need him out on that field at all.
Yeah, I'm with you.
We don't need him in practice. We don't need him in no preseason games.
Yeah.
We need every rep from Joe Mixon to count. So therefore, he will not run a ball until we get into the season.
Bro, it sounds fantastic.
Or at least the game before the last preseason game, right? Give him some reps.
It sounds fantastic. And I get what you're saying. It sounds great. It's like, yo, if it's tweaked even the smallest amount, hey, don't play. We know what you can do, brother. Just sit, get in the playbook. It's all good.
Yeah. Get him some film.
It's 100% the PTSD, bro. Because
I'm with you.
And the uncertainty, right? Like ignorance will make the imagination go wow. Like that combined with the fact that we've seen it so many times before,
right?
And we've heard the same strategy. Yeah. It's like, oh, Fuller has, a tweaked hammy or something. We're gonna let him rest. He's not gonna be in the preseason. Blah blah blah. He'll maybe miss one game, but he'll be
next
fine.
Game he's hobbling.
Then he pulls it. You're running down the field.
Right.
So no, I don't feel warm and fuzzy about this shit.
No, I don't either. Don't get me wrong.
No, I mean, apologize. I'm usually the most optimistic.
You really are. This is bumming me out. You really bumming me out. I'm trying to keep this thing afloat here. You really bumming me out.
Yeah, bro. When me and my wife were in the situation, when I'm the one that's like down and she's the one trying to hold us, I'm like, this must be really bad. So that's where we've
been through it too many times, man. We know what's coming. We know what could potentially happen. Yeah.
We need to talk to the son. We need to talk to the son and tell him, hey, bro, light up on Houston, man.
Sure.
Because
if you could figure out a way to do that, buddy, you'd be a millionaire.
I think I'll be born in a million.
Yeah, you'd be definitely. But here's the thing. I'm seeing a lot of Q's next to some of these guys' names, right? The ones that I'm not seeing is if I don't see a Q by the name, I'm not concerned about the fact that they did. Like Stephon Diggs not practicing.
Yeah,
he's been practicing his ass off. I'm not worried about that, right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know, there's a couple of guys. Seeing a Q next to Will Anderson does bum me out.
Soft tissue. He's a soft tissue. He's a soft tissue guy.
That's what I'm saying. Him and Lassiter, especially everything that we've been hearing about Lassiter, right?
Yeah,
how he's just been shut down this entire time. I mean, you know, that kind of sucks, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
But
Krista Harris got the hamstring. That's concerning.
Right. Yep. So, I mean, again, it's if you don't have a Q next to your name, I'm not worried about it because we're 2 days away from the first starters actually getting some reps. I can't wait to see 7 out there, boy.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
That first, I hope that they at least run Diggs out there for a couple of plays.
Yeah, I think he'll get a drive. I think we'll get a drive in with the top receivers. You know, with the full complement.
Like first throw out the gates, like 60-yard bomb. Just I'd lose my shit.
Come on, man. Hey, let me ask you a question, Omar, because I've seen this as a talking point. The O-line is banged up, right?
Yeah.
We potentially are going to go into this game on Friday with no Laremy Tunsil, no Titus Howard. I think Charlie Heck is injured. I mean, you're going to have a rookie Blake Fisher out there protecting CJ. My question is, do you feel comfortable with that? Are you good with marching CJ Stroud out there, our franchise guy, in a meaningless game, in a preseason game, without his full complement of protection, without the Secret Service?
So again, the PTSD, right? I mean, that's what happened last year, right? I mean, he was out there and he got hurt. And it's not something that you want to see, right? But at the same time, it's definitely a gamble, right? I mean, it's definitely a gamble. I mean, you can get hurt waking up in the morning, right?
100%, 100%.
And I feel like CJ this year, especially this year, I think the O-line is going to be more important this year than any other year. The reason why I say that is because he came off such a stellar year last year.
Oh, his expectations are high.
Well, his expectations are high, but also the target on his back is much higher.
For sure.
Right? Yeah. So he's so much more of a prize now to these linebackers and these defensive backs.
That's true.
That are going, I want me some of that. It's like if you get the sack, if you got to, I would imagine that if you played football in the late 90s, early 2000s, and you were a defensive end, a big mantle on your wall is that you sacked Tom Brady.
Absolutely. Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. Yeah. You sacked Peyton Manning.
You want to present their head to the huddle when you walk back.
Right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, last year he was a rookie. Nobody expected him to play the way that he played, and it was almost like they didn't catch on until I feel like everybody was waiting for him to go, all right, this is kind of crazy, but all right, you're a rookie, so the stumble has to come soon. Like it's coming, right?
You come back down to earth.
Yeah. And then it never happened. And so now everybody's like, all right, you caught us off guard, but this year I'm on your ass.
Yeah.
And I'm going head hunting, and my goal is to put you on your ass.
Well, I will play devil's advocate. Now I'm being a little optimistic, right? I'm coming back around. I posed a question, but I had my feeling towards it because I'm gonna be completely honest with you, bro. I was of the camp last year. I believe Tunsil got hurt and wasn't going to be able to play against. It was either Indy. No. It was the next game. So we lost our first 2 games, right? At the beginning of the season. That second game against Indianapolis, we dropped. Then going into that third game against the Jags, Tunsil was going to be out. And, our O-line was already banged up, right? So I was up the camp. I was like, look, bro, this is our rookie quarterback, number 2 pick. Don't even play the dude, man. If he's not going to be protected, don't even play him. And this is in season. This ain't even preseason.
Right.
But I was like, look, if we're not going to be able to protect the guy coming off 2 losses, just don't even play him, because that's when the expectations were super low.
Right.
Blah blah blah, all this and that. The dude came out, ball the hell out.
That's what I was gonna say, and then what ended up happening?
The hell out.
Right.
So I say that to say, CJ I think has proved himself well enough. He's not Mike Vick or anything like that. He don't have the Aaron Rodgers pocket presence or anything like that. But still, he's smart enough to know not to put himself in harm's way, especially in a meaningless preseason game. Slowick ain't gonna put him in situations to where he can get teed off on. So
there's gonna be a lot of run plays.
I'll pose the question. Yeah. and even if not, I think CJ is gonna protect himself pretty well for the 1 or 2 drives that we may.
That he'll be out there for it. Yeah, like the first 3, and then he's at. I think they'll probably give him like 1 or 2 drives, and then that's it. He'll by the end of the first quarter, he'll be back in street clothes. Hopefully,
absolutely. We're gonna give you guys a full kind of breakdown of what we're expecting for so we just want to see it y'all with a quickie right now, man. Before we get out of here, Justin Simmons update. Man, seeing
what's the latest on that cat?
The Saints. He visited the Saints today, and as of now, because we're gonna get this video out to y'all right now, man.
Saints are a contender. I ain't worried about Saints.
This man, well.
He wants to go to a contender, bro.
He wants to go to a contender, Omar, but at the same time, there's conflicting reports on if the Texans really did offer him a contract or not, and that hasn't been confirmed one way or the other. Okay. If it was a deal to where the Texans did offer him something and, the Saints offering him something, then yeah, with the Texans being a real contender, he would choose the Texans.
I got you.
But if those reports are in fact not true that the Texans reach out to him, you gotta go. You gotta go with the broad. So, bro, the Saints would be stacked, man.
Oh, I mean, for
Marshawn
sure.
Latimer, they still got Honey Badger out there. Man, their secondary will be looking great, and then they got the rookie Kool-Aid McKinstry, who the Texans are, or at least I think the fans were hoping that they would snag before we ended up with Lassiter. Some people view Kamari Lassiter as a consolation prize to Kool-Aid, man. I don't.
And by all reports, he has been, right? I mean, he's been great.
He's been great. He's been great. Yeah. So we ain't, but that would be crazy. So I was a little bummed out seeing that, man. As of right now, they're actually taking him out to dinner. He's been out there. He's visited with the Saints in New Orleans, and they're actually taking him out to dinner. I think the Saints will be fools to let him get out the city without a contract. So that kind of sucks, man. That's the
we got to keep an eye on that, because if he ends up leaving New Orleans without a contract, that's a good sign.
It's a good sign, yeah.
That's a good sign,
yeah. Hopefully the Texans.
Dude, can you imagine our secondary with that kid? Jesus Christ, man.
Like we talked about, man. What is keeping him off of a roster at this point? All of a sudden, like this week, well into training camp.
Right
now, all of a sudden, people are like, "Oh yeah, Justin Simmons is out there." No, it's not been a secret. So, what has kept him out of a training camp up to this point?
That's what I'm saying. It's the tail of the hot chick, right? There's somebody out there that's sick of her shit. Something's up, man. I don't know what it is. It's certainly not stats. And here's the other thing too that I forgot to mention, and we'll wrap it up with this. I forgot to mention this the last episode that we were talking about this. There's a little bit of asshole and nastiness that I want in my secondary guys.
For sure.
I don't want them to be. I almost prefer them to be like, I don't want to call them locker room cancers, right? Obviously, we don't want cancer, but he doesn't need to be the kind of guy that's like hanging out with everybody and friends and all this other shit. Like, no, man, you're there to exactly, right? So
everybody need a crazy motherfucker on the squad, bro.
That's what I'm talking about, right? We all need that one guy, and 9 times out of 10, if you look at it, those really, like, crusty guys, I like to call them. They're just they're not you know what I mean? They're not friendly. They're just very rough and very, very just crusty is the best word I can use.
I ain't mad at it.
You know what I'm saying though?
Yeah.
Just like
you need a Mad Max, bro. You need a
bro. We need a Patrick Beverly. You feel me? Yes, like we need 100%. You know what I mean? Like a Derek Fisher type cat. Yes, bro. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. See, I can put it in a basketball term a little better. But
Dylan Brooks, like,
yes, bro.
Put Dylan in pads, dog.
Yo,
like
for real.
Just have he the 54th man. Just have him on the sideline.
Yeah. Just talking
to
shit
the other
team. But my point there is that, you know, the only, you know, like we've been saying, right? It's the hot chick that somebody's tired of her shit. Well, if the tired of her shit is that the guy just runs his mouth a lot, well, I don't give a shit. Look at his stats, right? Run it.
Yeah.
Run it. I don't care, right?
I'm the same way with parenting, bro. I don't know if this an analogy is gonna hit home, but you know, I don't give a shit about your conduct. I don't care. As long as you bring it home A's, that's what I care about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like bring home the grades.
You want smart assholes.
Yeah, exactly. Like fucking I don't care. Like if your conduct report is bad, you've been talking shit to everybody in class, you the class clown. I don't care. As long as you bring it home.
That's personality at that point, right?
Yeah, man. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. You get a smart motherfucker with a badass personality.
Yeah.
Then you get me.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like I used to be like, man, like I growing up, so, man, you run your mouth a lot. I hope you can fight.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
I mean, there's only one way to find out, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I like what's wrong with him? What's his deal? Why hasn't he got the deal? Why is he asking for too much? Does he want too much? You know, he wants to go to a contender. Contenders typically are pretty strained when it comes to the salary cap, right?
Yeah.
Texans aren't in that situation. We're in a very, very favorable salary cap situation.
It seems like a match made in heaven, man.
Exactly. I don't know. That's why I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident that he's going to end up here. I don't know why. I got a good feeling about it.
Dog, you are fucking warm and fuzzy today, bro. And I'm over here like just by humbug, dog. Yeah. If he's visiting with the Saints, like I say, they be damn fools to not
let him walk away.
Roll out the red carpet for him, you know. So I'm pessimistic. I'm expecting, you know, in the morning to hear something that on terms or whatever. But I hope that I'm wrong, and I hope that you right. And I hope that the Texans swoop in. It's like, hey, bro, we got you. So
we'll see.
We'll see. Well, yeah, man, that was the quick update for you guys. Like I say, Texans fans, please help us get to 1,000 subs. Before this, hit the like button, hit the bell notification so you know exactly when we're going live, when we drop these little breaking news reports, and when we do our normal long form pod. Man, like I say, we're coming at y'all tomorrow with the preview of the next preseason game against the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're gonna see Justin Fields. Russ is sitting out, man. So, all right, guys, as always, love y'all.
Love y'all. Peace.